Hi guys, it's Adele from Quill and I am very excited to show you my new hip kit. I just subscribed to Hip Kit and I'm thrilled with the kit. This is the January one and just giving you a quick look at some of the things that are in the kit. I love all of the Dear Lizzie papers and bits and pieces that were included. Today I'm doing a 12 by 12 layout and this is a photo from my wedding. Duh. I don't wear a wedding dress every day. Wish I did, but I don't. So we got married at a little farmstead place here on the Central Coast, and they had this big rocky outlook that just looked over beautiful, beautiful hills and just trees for miles and miles. So just going through the papers, and I knew that moon paper. I knew I didn't really want to use the moons, so I thought it would make a cute little border. And being the cheapie that I am, cutting out the middle so that I can get the most of the paper. I only really keep the middle when it's a paper that I'm trying to get rid of. And I usually try and use double-sided tape to apply the cardstock to the background paper just to give it a bit of extra strength compared to the tape runner. I don't know, I just feel in my head that the double-sided tape is a bit stronger. So just applying that down and figuring out which papers I wanted to coordinate with it. My husband's suit, you can't really see, but it's navy, so I knew I wanted to use that. I just paused it and went off camera to cut out the centers of all of those so I can save the outsides for a later layout. And I decided to get my gelato on again. Ooh. So just using some gesso. This is just white gesso. I want to get some clear gesso as well because the white is a little different than the American cardstock that I use. But I figure it's just kind of like another layer, I guess. So just drying it with my hairdryer and then came back. And I pick out... Let's see, I've forgotten what colours I pick out actually. Those ones, apparently. They seem to be my 6 favourite colours. I realise now that basically every layout that I've done since this has used those colours. Someone likes them a little bit. So just really heavily applying the gelatos across the layout. And I finally settled on just those 3. And in the end, that aqua one, it wasn't vibrant enough. It kind of annoyed me. As does this tiny, teeny, tiny little brush. Since then, I found my stash of big brushes was hiding. But I try my best with this little one. And just getting some paper towel and kind of dabbing it off so it looks a little bit dreamy and floaty. So just blending those colours in as best as I can. And I've had really great responses from people about using gelatos. I hope that you're getting them out of those boxes and cupboards wherever you've hidden them and having a go because, believe me, I'm no gelato expert. I've only been gelatoing for like a month. So, far from expert. Not even really a novice. Pretty much just fluffing my way through using them. I just added a bit of vellum here just to give it a bit more of a layer, just so that it wasn't so harsh on that paper. And I need more vellum actually. I used my last bit today. So that's one excuse that I have to go back to Spotlight this week and get some. Just adding a doily from my stash and cutting off the bit that you can't see so I can use it on another layout. And this paper, it's my favourite. I have been hoarding this paper really badly. Luckily I managed to track down a few bits from another online store, so got a couple of pieces, but still hoarding. Yeah. And I've been liking tearing lately with my metal ruler. I tried with a wooden ruler and it didn't really work. It just kind of looked at me and said, no, I'm not tearing for you, Adele. And I stuffed it up here because it's too skinny to tear. Yep. But I do it anyway. So just adding, I just wanted a little bit of pink just to tie in because I wanted to use some of the pink embellishments that are included in the kit. You get a Heidi Swap ephemera pack, which has got a lot of acetate pieces. You also get these Dear Lizzie. I love these. I've got 2 packs of these. And they're watercolor paper, so you can color them or you can leave them white. I've also saw someone emboss them, which looked really, really pretty. And what else do you get in here? You get the cork pieces from Elle Studio and some Dear Lizzie puffy stickers. Have I told you how much I love puffy stickers? I really do. I think they're fun. And they add a bit of dimension without being too bulky like a flare badge. So I go, as you know, a little bit embellishment crazy on this one, which is no surprise to any of you. Sticking my photo down and then starting to just stick. Now, I do fight with this glue a little bit. It hasn't been agreeing with me lately. And I like to just go for it. So instead of putting everything down and then sticking them one by one, going back and pulling them all off, I prefer to just have a go and stick as I go. It usually works out for me. Usually being the key word. But if you're not confident in clustering, I definitely suggest placing all of your embellishments down first before you stick them on. And you can see it's getting darker and darker. It's starting to become evening over here. I'm trying to scrap as much as I can after work when I feel like it, but so often I'm just so tired. Do you guys struggle with that? When do you scrap? That's what I would like to know. Do you scrap mainly weekends or evenings, maybe after kids have gone to bed? Or do you just go crazy and just have a scrap weekend every once in a while and just binge on scrapping? I really like these floral pieces in the Heidi Swap kit, and there wasn't enough for my liking. There was a lot of lime green. We just won't go there. And I have to admit I did end up chucking out quite a few of the green pieces because I just wasn't using them. I did try though. You will see I have coming up a layout review of all of the layouts that I created using this kit, and I managed to make 8, I think. So that's one for each of the pattern papers that was included in the kit. I didn't get the paper add-on this month, but I have added that to my subscription now. And I did manage to use up quite a few of the green on one of them of my husband, but not a fan of the lime green. Sorry, Heidi. So I felt like it just needed a bit of something up the top to anchor that white space. It just seemed a bit uneven, I guess. And this cork piece, I think it was Remember the Moments or something along those lines. Something nice. And I just wanted to repeat that cork up the top there and adding some puffy stickers. I really liked how this layout turned out. I like the clustering down in this bottom right hand corner, and with us looking off the page, I think that's quite sweet. Usually I would try, and if someone's looking off the photo, I would make them look into the layout, if that makes sense. But here I did the opposite, looking off. I think because I had such a big space on the side of that photo, I thought it might look a bit strange off to the other side, because then we'd be in the middle of the page, if that makes all sense to you. In my head it's making sense, but may not make sense with the words that come out of my mouth. I have a Parker ink bottle that my husband has had for probably 15 years, and I repurposed it from him because he wasn't using it anytime soon. And someone asked about how I get such perfect ink droplets. I don't know, it could be I use a slanted paintbrush. That's paintbrush that came with a pack of gelatos, I think. So that may help, maybe. Not quite sure what the trick is, but I do seem to find the slanted paintbrush easier to use than the scraps of paper that I was using to do my ink drops beforehand. So of course adding some wood veneers just from my stash, and I think it's almost done. See that ink blob there? Yeah, I completely stuffed it up. I don't know why it went on my page. If it could have made a noise when it went down, it would have made that noise. Do you know why my ink blob? Do you know why? Because I don't know why. Was it the paper? Was it... what was it? Because it made a huge mess and I had to cover it up. So this is a finished layout. Yay! All done. I really like all the embellishing on this one. Problem is though, I used all of my favourite embellishments on this layout. And I think when I went to the next one, I was a bit like, what do I use now? But I'm really happy with how it turned out. This is part of my wedding album, slowly getting through it. And yeah, I'm enjoying using the gelatos a little bit more, I think. And there is the naughty hiding under that paper. But we know it's there. I don't know why I'm touching that puffy sticker or that one. I really like the way they feel. Anyway, on that note, with the creepy touch of the puffy sticker, I'm going to let you go. Please like and subscribe if you like my videos. Give me a thumbs up if you want to see more, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!